Have you ever noticed that money problems rarely stay in your wallet? They follow you everywhere. They sit beside you when you're trying to sleep. They whisper in your ear when you're making decisions. And they show up every time an unexpected expense appears. When your savings account is close to zero, even small problems can feel overwhelming. A car repair becomes a crisis. A medical bill becomes a source of anxiety. A missed paycheck can completely throw your life off balance. Most people think becoming financially secure requires millions of dollars, but the truth is far simpler. There is a financial milestone that changes your life long before you ever become rich. It's not flashy, it won't get you featured on social media, and it probably won't impress your neighbors. Yet crossing this milestone can completely transform the way you think about money, opportunities, and your future. That milestone is your first $25,000 in savings and investments. Welcome to B-Side Theory. Today, we're going to explore why the first $25,000 is often more powerful than the next $100,000, why most people never reach this level, and how this seemingly ordinary number can completely change your relationship with money. Before we begin, take a moment to think about your own financial situation. If an emergency expense appeared tomorrow, how would you handle it? Would it be a minor inconvenience, or would it completely disrupt your life? Your answer reveals more about your financial freedom than your income ever could. Most people believe wealth begins with $1 million. We've been conditioned to think that financial success looks like luxury cars, giant homes, designer clothes, and expensive vacations. Because of this, many people spend years chasing an image of wealth instead of building actual financial security. The reality is that true wealth begins the moment you stop living in survival mode. Imagine two people earning exactly the same salary. They have similar jobs, similar expenses, and live in the same city. The only difference is that one has $500 saved while the other has $25,000. If both lose their jobs tomorrow, their experiences will be completely different. One immediately enters panic mode. Every day becomes a race against time. Bills keep arriving, stress levels rise, and fear starts influencing every decision. The other person may still be concerned, but they have breathing room. They have time to think clearly, evaluate opportunities, and make decisions without desperation. That difference isn't just financial, it's psychological. Psychologists have long understood that scarcity changes the way humans think. When resources are limited, our brains become focused on immediate survival. We become reactive instead of proactive. We focus on today's problem rather than tomorrow's opportunity. This is why people living paycheck to paycheck often struggle to plan for the future. It's not because they're irresponsible or incapable. It's because their mental energy is constantly consumed by immediate financial concerns. Every bill, every expense, and every emergency competes for attention. But when you accumulate a substantial financial buffer, your brain begins operating differently. You stop asking, how do I make it through this month? And start asking, how do I improve my future? That shift may sound simple, but it changes everything. Think about pushing a massive boulder uphill. In the beginning, every inch of progress requires enormous effort. You push, strain, and struggle, often feeling like you're getting nowhere. Saving your first few $1,000s feels exactly the same. Progress is slow. Sacrifices feel painful. Temptations appear constantly. Many people quit because they don't see immediate results. But eventually, something changes. The boulder gains momentum. The same effort begins producing greater results. This is exactly what happens when you reach significant savings milestones. The first $25,000 is difficult because you're building momentum from scratch. Every dollar comes directly from your effort. But once that money begins generating returns, the game starts changing. Your savings are no longer working alone. Your money begins working alongside you. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine you're investing consistently every month while earning a reasonable long-term return. During the early stages, almost all your progress comes from your contributions. But as your account grows, investment returns begin contributing more and more to your growth. Suddenly, you're not just saving money, you're creating money. At first, the difference seems small, then it becomes noticeable. Eventually, it becomes significant. This is why wealthy people often appear to build wealth faster than everyone else. It's not always because they work harder. It's because they have assets generating additional growth behind the scenes. The larger your financial foundation becomes, the harder your money works for you. However, the greatest benefit of reaching $25,000 isn't mathematical. It's behavioral. To save that amount, you must develop habits that most people never